able to find that the scout group did in fact come down here and had encountered a person like this.
Sexy.
Um, who seemingly was traveling with the group after an encounter, and then at some point um, got into conflict with them, along with one of the other scout members. This individual, seemingly working with the masked ninja-looking dude. Near near some Nephesite, you found a person who was, shall we say, mostly dead and frozen in a state of mid transformation. The effect halted by the proximity to the Nephesite, which you can see on the slightly ahead of where your tokens are, depending on your position. That same Nephesite did prevent um, standard magics from really having an effect. Um, so taking a risk, she was pulled out of the Nephesite field, and I believe pulled into a rope trick. Yes, rope trick. Um,
Yeah, I remember.
yeah, and there was a attempt to revert, um, or at least completely halt the transformation, given the unique circumstances um, that you were in. As I recall, um, she was in fact revived, but I ended it with it being unclear of whether there was any transformation with that.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions, or maybe some things I may have missed?
Nope.
Well, that seems to cover everything I remember.
Okay. Uh, okay. Well, you guys being inside the rope trick, you're technically not on this map anymore. You're in the what was it, 30 by 30 foot area that is rope trick.
Something like that, yeah. It's not particularly large.
Yeah, it's like fine. It's like Demi playing at home. Hmm. Um, the person that is now alive. There was also I don't think you guys grabbed it. Um, but there was a piece of parchment that was totally folded, partially peeking out um, of her outfit. The individual in question is this person, provided it, unless I press the wrong thing. Enlarge. There we go. Okay. Apparently, when I say clothing, I mean her her bikini top there.
I mean, she's got a pirate jacket or something.
With with her coming to and back to the land of the living. If anyone is keeping an eye out for telltale signs of corruption, I could use either a perception or a medical roll, given that transformation was a part of the thing.
Is it either a transformation or a medical role?
Due to the fact that a transformation was a part of what was going on, that's why I was allowing both a medical roll, um, or a perception roll. The medical roll with the
Mm.
idea of you'd have more of an eye for t- um anatomical or topological discrepancies. While using my SAT words today.
Okay, going up there works too.
Mm.
Okay, so 23 for me.
Okay. Oh, is that rolling persuasion ahead of time?
Persuasion, that was perception, you said.
Yeah, I also see persuasion. I see persuasion and then perception. Persuasion 20, perception 23.
I didn't roll a persuasion.
Weird, am I just seeing things?
Are you seeing a roll from previous session or something?
Maybe.
Mhm. Perception.
She was just brought.
Oh, I clicked on persuasion because we said so much stuff about persuasion.
Hmm.
I like the persuasion roll better, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. Um, Kit Kat is essentially guarding the fairly invisible opening to the rope trick area. Anyone with proficiency in insight, you don't even need to roll it if you're proficient in it, can tell he's intentionally doing this.
Oh, yes, there's a female of his species present. He has to prove his worth and all that.
Mm.
So,
Or Kit Kat.
which card did we do?
Kit Kat, you don't know nobody nothing.
Insight, just in case there's some weird body language thing going on. Wow. Yeah, don't try to lie uh to return Kara. Apparently, she can just insight shit.
I'm pretty sure Thomas can lie to her.
I wonder if you guys would be. I wonder if she'd give you a run for your money. So you can hover over it. She has a plus 17. I know yours is really good. I think it's around that
I
actually.
think it's also plus 17. Yeah.
Ah.
Ooh, I would not succeed right now on that roll. But I also have, I'm fairly certain I have like a thing with my lying. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm thinking of another character.
I think you're confusing that with
Anyway.
Fargo.
Fargo is by far the best liar I think I've ever created.
Well, considering his life depended on it, that makes sense.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
I kind of want to have a con off between Fargo and Whisper. Um, I kind of pulled a you with him and broke him socially.
Right, bonus round in the tournament, they have to convince the other one to fall that they've already been killed.
Meant for anyone who's not like solely paying attention to the possibly recovered individual. Mint has cast and is holding a remove curse just in case. That's so minus get me in. Okay. From the perception, let's see, Turbalane.
Let's see shit.
Yeah, I mean, she exists. Your eyes are indeed sighting her. Um,
Wait. What's her charisma modifier? What's her charisma total?
her charisma total is an 18.
Yeah, she's pretty hot. She's a 9. Probably why he's distracted.
What's she doing? Just making sure she's breathing.
Yeah.
um, roll. With your non-union first class training.
Yep.
You are not seeing any visible signs of corruptive disfigurement. Between the effects of the nethicite and being able to quickly apply it, if I remember correctly, you went as far as to doing like ritual stuff. You were able to to handle that current situation. They are stabilized as one unless I'm forgetting an actual heal though being thrown in.
We weren't sure if we needed that the way you described it. So
She does have a sudden like intake of breath, indicating a revival from her pseudo dead state. At 1 HP, she is stabilized, but still unconscious. um, um, and physically physically looks a little strained, which, given what probably happened, is not surprising. It does look like that she has been in a been in a fight, and there is a small um yeah, that was a 23. There is a small scarring um around where her around where her collarbone is. She also does have general signs of bruising in such a few other places. Um, small scrapes, basically the indication that prior to her being in the state she was in a fight. Um, let's see. Let me double check a thing. I'm pretty sure it would be largely blunt stuff going on. Da, 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 da. Okay. Yeah. Combination a combination of blunt force blunt force damage and uh like maybe someone using like a nekode for offensively. If you don't know what a nekode is, it's
Cat day,
claws on
obviously.
your hand. Meow meow.
All right. Well, I will apply some healing.
Meow 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 meow.
Like, that's easy, easy. You know,
Well, again, she's currently unconscious. She's just
Mm.
stabilized.
Yeah. I will apply some healing and see if that hopefully brings her around.
Okay. W- while he's about to do that, is there anything else other people want to do?
Mm, no, not really.
Okay.
Nothing that I can think of right this second.
Wow, 51.
Save the world, Gandalf.
Mhm.
I would like to save the world.
Okay. With that, she will wake up, um, looking um, looking a bit exhausted. Where's my thing here? Da, 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 da. Here. Um, how close is she to the wall boundary of the rope trick area?
Um,
To, yeah,
so she's about halfway in because we will try to keep her back just in case something did. So we
okay,
had room to get out if she get, if something wigged out.
okay. In which case, she will um basically quickly back up, having this just come to. And okay. Um, she looks a bit high strung, and is looking like she is about to lunge at Kara. Um, Given you guys were like semi, you were prepped for like a broad bit of things. You guys can do something before she actually acts. This is basically kind of the moment where you're kind of seeing via where she's focusing that she is about to do something concerning Kara after like rapidly glancing over the fact that there's random people here. As from what I recall, none of you, no, no, all of you are pretty independent and don't have like heraldry for any particular faction.
Nope.
Part of the non-union bit, isn't it?
Fair.
I will shoot a look over it to Tarbelane, but kind of silently asking if he wants to try to calm her down, or should I do it?
Yeah, I can try in just a moment.
Okay. If you are within 10 feet of me, you get expertise in whatever social skill you're using.
Abs versus hats.
Probably have expertise anyway, but I will do it and give me 10 seconds here because I am in the middle of a boss fight.
Trying to make sure that myself and everyone else clearly has their hands out, and in a way, it was like, no, we're clearly not threatening. But using a charade master to let the rest of the party know that, okay, give him a minute, nobody panic.
Yeah, I've talked myself out of far worse.
So yeah, I will.
Just seen that one time. There we go. Alrighty. You're doing persuasion, yes?
Yeah.
At advantage.
What's the angle on your on your persuasion?
Depends. How tall is she? But
Uh,
I feel like the joke went right over your head.
oh, I was taking your question literally. I have been asked things like that before.
No. You said what's the angle? I said it depends on how tall she is. If she's short, it's going to be downward. If she's pretty tall, it's going to be upward.
Ah,
Uh, uh, he's going to be like, "Hey, you were pretty roughed up. We're trying to help. We got you out of what you were stuck in. We don't mean you any harm, unless you're the one who did all this. In which case, then we mean you lots of harm. So much harm.
at least you do this in that case. You're going down.
You're going down, slut." And then he's gonna do the smolder and be like, "Oh, hey there. Sorry, I didn't realize you were so beautiful."
So hopefully, wow. How tall is Tarbalin?
I think he's 5'10".
Oh wow, you're noticeably taller, even even at standard max. Females range from 4'9" to 5'3".
Hmm.
Um, since you've checked on the smolder, feel free to make a second persuasion roll if you're serious about that tack on, and feel free to roll at advantage.
Hmm. Hey
Holy shit!
there. Got it.
Okay, damn. There you go. I don't think I even need to look up the difficulty for that. Damn, is it the highest you could roll?
Yeah, it's a nat 20.
Um, her aggression is abated,
Kinda-
shifting
She's confused.
shifting from um confusion, as her initial assumption was hostiles. Um, um, but then so shifting from defensive hostility to confusion that you're not hostile, from very quickly to
Who is this beautiful angel?
to a bit of a the equivalent of a which I don't know if the mic caught that.
Uh, the kind of caught it.
I know the sound gate on this thing can be wonky. Yeah. Um, you felt very clearly distracted by you. Um, to the point where after it'll literally like take her a moment, and she'll like collect herself at least somewhat and walk up to you, looking up at you again, because you have what, nearly you said 5'10".
Yeah.
So yeah, like, having like at least 8 inches
Mm.
on her. She'll be looking up at you.
Harbling's got 8 inches for her.
uh, I didn't expect such a tall savior.
Just doing my civic duty, ma'am.
Hmm.
Bro is uncomfortable.
Oh, clearly you're a brave one, not being from the academy, yet being down here.
They've said that about me before. Thomas the Brave, they call me. Okay, that might be. I might need to roll deception on that one.
Just a little bit.
Hold on.
Not that he's a coward particularly, but
Oh, wait. It doesn't matter. It's still 34.
Uh, hmm. I bet they do. She is now starting to notice that there are, once again, other people here. Hmm.
And by they, I mean these guys.
Yeah, I'm. So, who are your followers? Um, when she says that, you can tell there's a conscious effort on her part to act a bit more professional. Though you've been around Kit Kat enough, you can through her
Oh wait, she's the one who's uh
hmm?
who's the same species as Kit Kat.
Yeah, she's the same species as Kit Kat.
Oh, uh,
What? Would that have retconned his entire thing?
no. But he's gonna use it a little bit better to set up his boy, get him pussy. Get it? Because it's a pussy cat.
yeah, we got it.
If you're gonna angle it like that, um, she will make the comment. It's going to be low because it's more meant for your ears, Tarbelaine. But given the proximity, any anyone who can beat a 10 on perception can hear this, which may mean some people just automatically
Yeah.
make it. Come. Hmm. I see. He's certainly nice and all, but doesn't look to have uh, e- the experience that I'm looking for. Um, for anyone familiar culturally, she is also recognizing his status.
This man's gonna be part of the team that saves the world.
That's impressive. Doesn't mean as much if he can't take care of his own.
He's been training for years. Well, not years. It's been years out of game.
You've you've pretty strongly caught her eye. Um, j- just share where from a mechanical standpoint. I'm mainly bringing this up because you rolled so high. The DC to catch her eye is 21, so you rolled 10 above that. Damn you and your success. Hmm. What what does the internals of a rope trick look like? I think it's just a void space.
Yeah, I think it's just a black, between the panels, void space. Anything fancy to write home about?
All as many as 8 medium or smaller creatures. Okay, so that might actually be smaller than Demiplane.
Well, it's definitely smaller than Demiplane.
Ah, no description, so I will assume it's featureless. Mm,
It's
okay,
rose, so I assume it has some color in it. But other than that, yeah,
there.
probably like paint streaks.
Mint will dismiss the energy she was holding and kind of comment. Well, you seem pretty enthusiastic for someone we found on the ground.
Yeah, care to tell us what happened, please? Where the rest of your team is, maybe?
She'll get a little bit of a embarrassed flush at the mention of uh of basically everything else. Um, and her mood seems to visibly um shift to a less enthusiastic one. Oh, that was a fun distraction for a bit, but you're right. How much do you know already, since you're already down here?
We know you were sent down here to find the path into the academy. We know you encountered a stranger or something who seems to be affiliated with the Black Rogue organization we're investigating. We know he somehow got one of your own to turn on you, and we know you were in the process of becoming corrupted when we found you.
Still nod. No, that's more than I expected you to know. Well, we had been looking for a hidden section of the tunnels. We figured that there would be some form of corrupted down here, which there was, and we dispatched a number of them. Then we found the person in the red and black robes. It sounds like you're familiar with at least the group he's a part of.
Yeah, the organization. Yeah.
Well, we weren't aware of any of that. Um, with um, with his help, he goes. He went by the name of Grave. We were able to locate at least the corridor through process of elimination where the passage would be to the academy. Once we found that during our preparations to to actually go and unseal it. Um, well, Manira, one of our party members, uh, began, as you mentioned, attacking us. Uh, it was clearly after a few moments apparent it was more of a distraction for Grave to move ahead. We were able to intercept him and prevent him from breaking our ranks. But he, he was quick enough that I think it goes um, beyond any kind of spellcraft. Whatever he was, I believe what he is now is. You mentioned I was transforming. Whatever he ultimately is. I think he did something similar uh, uh, with Manira because she was well oper operating better than she usually does. These um these black roads. What's their usual goal?
Hey,
They seem to be trying to get to the world crystals to corrupt them in some way to unseal the moon.
So the same group that was part of the Cataclysm.
At least their descendants or inheritors of the tradition or something. Yeah.
We should piece that together earlier. But more importantly, he had the method for unlocking the secret passage with him. Well, rather Manera did, so I assume he does. There were aside from Manera, um, well, aside from Manera, there was there was Chatal and Tyr. Given you found me in some state of transformation, I can only assume that whatever was happening to me had happened to them, which means, well, I hope it's nothing more than mind control. or some form of domination.
Fortunately, we won't know until we get a chance to look at them. So, assuming you're up for it, if you could lead us to a passage that you discovered, we can help from there.
Assuming it hasn't collapsed.
Find your friends along the way. Yep. Yep. Did I overstep? What?
I said assuming it hasn't collapsed.
Oh, yeah. Assuming that. I believe the collapsed tunnel is even beyond your new abilities. Question mark.
Yes, yeah, definitely beyond my abilities.
And probably I'll pop a little bit more healing. A little bit better.
Oh, like I said, a little bit better. It's like, oh, 68.
Well, the previous one was a 51, so it's only a little bit better than the previous one, which is what I was referring to. I understand it's a lot of healing. Not as much as a cleric could do with the actual heal spell or something bigger than cure wounds, but still pretty good.
I will warn you guys, I don't know how late I'm going to be able to run.
Okay.
Probably within the hour. It's out.
Okay. In that case, then,
Sorry, it's on me because I should have got you guys to start a little earlier.
oh, even if you tried, I might not have been in a position to. I probably would have literally been on the road. So,
That's fair.
But yeah, we started literally as soon as he got in the door.
oh, yeah, I can definitely definitely show you uh where the door is or should be. No, my my group called me Razor, so feel free to call me the same.
Razor. I'm Romagus, Emperor First Class, non-union.
Hmm, nice hat.
Thank you.
Hmm. Um, Kara will wait will wave and say I'm Kara. I'm well here for as long as my friends need me. Um, Zasha will shift from his guarding over to look at her. Um, Zasha, it's always good to see someone out and about and adventuring. I'm sorry you encountered something like this. Razor will just give a nod. Yeah, yeah. Would have much preferred fighting more of the fall than some plot against the academy. Um, oh, shit. Yeah, plus more HP. um, Mint will kind of bound over. I'm I'm Mint, and as everyone everyone else can tell you, as long as you're with us, you'll have nothing to worry about. You know, a bit of bruises here and there, but we can fix that up. Um, Razor will look a little on the back step, given Mint just getting close and so exuberant. Um, thanks. Yeah, I'm sure your group is doing well by your leader. By which she does glance at Torblin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like the de facto leaders at this point are me and Ro, so I don't know why. Just something gives me that air of responsibility.
um, lightly pushing at Mint to give her some space. Um, she'll make a she'll make a gesture to come closer to you, Tarblin. In this case, it's more referring to you're tall, so you'll need to lean down.
Okay, he leans down a little bit.
um, she'll she'll whisper in your ear. You can call me Zatanna.
Okay, Zatanna. He's going to smile.
All right, assuming you're up to it, let's get moving before this guy gets.
Wait, how is Dasha's people with monogamy? This woman is going to be okay that I'm in an open marriage, right?
That's a funny question. Let me phrase it this way. Um, the head of a village is head because they are considered the strongest and therefore have the best qualities to pass on in terms of offspring.
Hmm.
So head of village gets all the ladies.
Pretty much, it's
Oh, okay. So
uh,
then,
there isn't to my knowledge there isn't a strict taboo um for them quote unquote mingling with others. Um, there's only really a somewhat self-enforced taboo amongst the males.
So it sounds like as the leader, you're fair game.
okay.
and also hence why she made the comment she did towards Sasha, because clearly he, at least in her eyes, hasn't reached that status yet. But she also just met him, so. But that being said, she takes a few extra moments to like really compose herself, since she's in a bit of a pocket dimension here. Now properly pocketing the piece of paper that she had had folded up. Okay, well, here's what I expect to get out of this. Either my friend's back, vengeance, and a in and at the very least a intact bit of allies.
I think we can promise 2 of those. I can't guarantee. I can't tell you which 2 until we actually see what we're dealing with.
Hmm. Who has proficiency in insight?
I feel like that's a stupid question, but I will look anyway.
Scribbling does not, I don't think. Instinct, no.
That's what I was wondering, because I know Tarbling had a lot of social stuff, but I wasn't sure about insight. Okay. In that case, Ro, despite her renewed composure, um, she is rather tired. She has exhaustion too.
Okay. Well, unless somebody knows greater restoration, we really can't do anything about that. So
Okay, so what way is out of here?
point to the hole
Hmm.
that Zasha was guarding.
I do not know. I can make a wish to make her list up.
I mean, yeah, if you want to blow a wish on making her not exhausted at all, yeah, that would do it.
Yeah.
Just remember, there's a percent. I think there's a percentile chance of losing wish.
33 if it's like not one of the listed things.
Oh, I know. That was,
things because he'd be effectively using wish to cast an upped version of greater restoration.
Yeah, but I don't think you can upgrade a restoration.
Not normally, no.
It can reproduce the effect of any spell in one action's time. Which is really funny with Simulacrum. Um, but as Ro jumps down, she was in the process of making a gesture for Tarverling Leo first, and then make a expression when she's at Ro just drops down. Is he your bodyguard?
yes.
Oh, good. That makes sense now.
Although I really don't need a bodyguard, actually. No. Just traveling companion.
Oh, you do need to sleep sometimes.
Again, not everything works the same way it does in y'all society.
Fair. She's still waiting for other people to go before her.
Thomas will go.
Well, credit everyone is going you. Turbulent. Okay. if you guys encounter any nithocytes, what are your guys' procedure with that? Like if there's like a chunk that's actually blocking areas.
Blow it or hunt it.
Question. Since it has been implied that the Earth crystal will interact with Earth, how does the Earth crystal feel about Nethicite?
Nethicite itself, you would not be able to directly manipulate. You could say manipulate the ground around it, but not the Nethicite directly.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
Even just doing that, that's still enough to get it out of our way, though.
Okay, so it sounds like pretty much blowing it up. Are you? It sounds like is what the plan is. How are you going about that? Given the other side is disruptive to say the least to magic, I figure you're not just going to cast a fireball at it.
That would. We can move it with the Earth crystal, from what you said, and I've got powder, gunpowder,
Okay.
or the bullets and stuff. So we can, do a controlled detonation where we need to.
Okay. Which method are you wanting to use?
I feel like the safer method would be to use the Earth crystal if he's up to it.
Okay. If you are wanting to use the Earth Crystal, um, given the just aura of the touch of nature of the Nethicite and the surrounding ground, it would cost you 5 spell points.
You got 5 mana to spend or spare.
Do I have 5 mana to spare? Yes.
Yeah. Sounds like for 5 mana we can get around this.
Okay.
I just realized that my character sheet is not synchronized with my.
There's been a number of sync issues,
So.
hasn't there?
Yep.
Hmm.
Oh no, I just have spell points in here twice.
Hmm.
That happens occasionally because it'll put spell points automatically in the class section, and then there's where we added spell points ourselves, or they had spell points as an option on the character sheet.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, you guys will be moving along the path, moving any nethicite as you need. I locked it. Let me unlock the nethicite. There we go. I'm just gonna kind of just collectively move you guys. Zonk. Okay, that darker spot you see over here is
Yep.
what Razor is identifying as where the door could be. What you guys are seeing, at least at a glance, is just a area of burnt earth.
I will slap another clue down to see if it helps us locate anything.
Okay. Um, colored markings and lines will fill the area polychromatically, albeit only three different colors are showing up. Um, they are moving past a particular area of the burned soil.
I'll start checking there first for signs of secret entrances, panels, illusions, etc.
Okay.
Signs that things we need to find to move it further.
Okay, in that case, that would be an investigation roll.
Good, pretty good.
I would say that was like that should get our solution.
You have found 42.
I found the meaning of life. That's great. I'm trying to find the entrance.
Okay. Um, looking, you will find uh, number of a number of very thinly drawn markings, which are a number of symbols when viewed together and not separately, um, is roughly in the emblem of the Ignis Ember Academy. With this roll, you are also noticing that in um, three of these symbols are very thin, thin lines that look like they could be something akin to keyholes.
I will point those out to people.
Their positioning is in a vertical line, so one at the top, one in the middle, one at the bottom.
Hmm.
You were given a set of keys.
Uh, Manera and Zatil were in charge of those.
Okay, so does anybody know knock?
Zasha will knock on the wall.
Funny. Take a second, pick loop right here.
Razor will comment. I wouldn't suggest busting the door down, only because I think it'd be a waste of resources. Your investigation, given how high it was, you can tell that while it looks like Earth and even feels like Earth, the the sensation of it feeling like Earth is illusionary. It is actually some form of much more solid metallic thing. Mental save. Well, I guess my hammer won't help here. Um, um, Tarblane, aren't you good with with people who've lost their keys?
In what way? I mean, I tend to get a little lucky sometimes,
Okay, so you said there's 3 locks.
but
We have 1 scroll of knock, which, according to the write-up on the spell, unlocks 1 lock if there are multiple locks.
oh, you mean that skill? Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't recall it limiting the number. Interesting. Okay, cool.
So we can get 1 for free. That just means we have to deal with the other 2.
Okay, and they're not arcane.
I don't know. Detect magic? Are they arcane?
The locks themselves aren't. The only thing arcane is the illusion, and from your detection, you can tell that's because in the block of metal that is the door. There is um, a bit of magicite, probably gotten by the Academy's resources, just to upkeep the illusion.
Gonna do a quick trap check while I'm doing that.
Okay, trap check. With the trap check, you will be able to actually find that um, the locking mechanisms um, are are interconnected. So in effect, if you were to use knock on one of the locks, I would lower the difficulty. Um, you can also tell that with the interconnection, it is tied to something else. That if any one of the locks um is tampered with, there is a bit of a kind of Rute Goldberg um, effect that will happen to trigger something tied to what are likely internal devices flanking the door.
Oh, traps.
Yes. It just unless you want to unless you have some way of like seeing into the walls, I can't say specifically what the trap is.
Nope. All right. I will outline that to everybody else because I know Zasha as a Tomb Raider has experience with traps, and Carbelane and with vaults and stuff might have experience with it. I don't know. He may have bought a few traps for his, for his casino. I don't.
Yeah, just set them.
Traps for your particular clientele.
Yeah, traps to protect it. Oh, where he puts the client's high value stuff. I don't know.
He mainly uses traps to protect the liquor cabinet from Kami.
That's
You know,
also
that's fair.
point is he has experience with traps. So if I outline the rig, the 2 guys who are going to be dealing with the locks know what they're dealing with.
Um, Zasha having gained a fair bit of confidence with his Kami training, because he kind of had to, because it's Kami. um, will will kind of mosey on up next to you, Tarbelane. See, you know a number of languages, yeah.
No, I mainly only know Common, Celestial, and then CPL.
Okay. Okay. In that case, this oh, for lack of a better thing, I will have to be stealth. Okay. He also will whisper, to you. That Trevling was so tall. But he'll try to whisper to you. Say, hey, do you mind if I help you, but look like I'm taking the lead here?
Oh yeah, why don't I help you?
Oh, you are, and he'll faintly make a air quote with one of his hands. Um, you are the sole leader here, and she seems to be at least latching on onto that for some psychological balance. What?
And leaders delegate.
He'll nod.
All right. You guys figure out your strategy?
um, Kid also yeah, yeah. If we have anything that can take out one of those locks.
Holds up the scroll for a knock. I got knock. I know we got a few guidances lying around that whoever's working on this can use.
Okay, sounds like a good team plan then.
All right.
Yeah, which is a D4.
Yep.
Which I realize I kind of whispered that. Given Tarvalin, given your assistance, are you doing any additional assistance beyond the I'm helping you out thing?
Nope, just the helping him out. I will give him a luck die.
Okay, is it a D10 for you
Yeah.
at this point?
Yes, it is still a D10.
Okay. Um, Zasha will pull out his disarming kit from his raiding days, i.e. Thieves' Kit,
Mm-hmm.
and be directing you with the lock that knock is not cast on. Since Ro was able to find that they are interconnected, both of you will need to be kind of working on this together and kind of coordinating and synchronizing. Okay, we have that plus 12. Okay, for a total. Cool. Well, that luck really helped out. Damn. Okay, with one lock being taken out, the difficulty became 25. And between the guidance to, and Tarbling, Zasa will be able to successfully toggle the locks in only a matter of minutes, less than 10, as opposed to the longer time frame that it would have taken even if someone was regularly successful, given the complexity that is having to be dealt with here. There is a clicking a clicking noise as some clockwork mechanisms are shifting inside um, before very um, a very muted sound that's shrill. So fortunately, it is muted, much like a teapot coming to boil sound as there is a sudden shift that vibrates the ground slightly. The areas flanking the door will suddenly shoot out these spikes angled away, though with how they're structured, row with your passive investigation, you are able to tell that whatever these are was also the trap because it looked like it has some nature to it. It looks like there's a gimbal that it could shift on. Um, as it impales it, as the two spikes impale themselves into the ceiling, and a weight uh, is shifted uh, using what looks like some form of hydraulics, um, allowing the thick door to open. You're looking at a good 3 feet of metal. Anyone who is like has like metal some form of metalworking. Anyone who's proficient in any of those kits that deals with that, you'll be able to tell that you're looking at a um a foot of tempered steel, um a foot of mithril,
Oh shit.
followed um by another foot of tempered steel. Um,
What? No adamantine?
it's, the door is slow to open, but it does open. There
Woohoo!
is there is a um near immediate um gift of of moisture and the, for lack of a better term, smell of water, along with 10 foot um a 10-foot tunnel that is leading into another area. This area does have um a gas wall mounted torch illuminating the other side. So you're able to see that this opens up into a very different area that looks like it's had much more much more manhandling to it, rather than the somewhat reinforced natural mining area that you guys are currently on the site of. Um, Mental makes the comment. I didn't think caves came with beaches. Not actually seeing a beach again. This is just, there's water on the other side.
Underground lakes are a thing. Why not a beach?
Well, I mean, I know of floating waterfalls.
Oh, that's enough. All right, let's see what's on the other side.
But it's shift ping, not shift ping.
Did not.
Weird. Okay. On the other side, is much more of a softer Earth versus a harder Earth environment. Even the walls, while compacted, um, they're much more earthen than rock.
Mm.
There are some a boat that is down here. It's it's shored, along with some tether areas. Um, Razor will, upon seeing this, will comment. Well, I heard rumors that that there was a secret place um, before the establishment of the academy, a kind of smuggler's den. I didn't actually think it was real. Um, what you guys can see, there are pathways that go out where water is flowing. Um, um, I was going to say for those, but given the composition, everyone, those with magic, you'll be able to sense a a prickling sensation the closer you get to the water. Um,
We knew Nephesite was in the water from before, so that tracked.
yeah. Um, as long as you're in this area, casting is going to cost double. Ooh. Um, upside, um, you guys do figure that touching the water, being exposed to the water, is not immediately harmful. Um, so you could say safely swim in it, but if you start drowning in it, there'll be extra adverse effects.
Okay.
What's the range of clue, and is it still active?
Clue would just been in the previous area where I.
Okay. Well, I do have people just kind of here. Are you guys going to stay kind of clumped together that I just kind of had you here? Are you going to spread around the sort of on the area?
A little bit, more towards the map north, just to see if I can pick up the trail of the people we were following.
Okay. Are you actually looking for tracks?
Yeah, I rolled a survival for tracking.
Okay. Kara will move over here. Mint is going to check the boats, though part of it is he kind of wants to be near the water.
Just be careful.
Zasha will be with you, Ro. Um, Arbelane, is there a particular area you want to be in, or are you just fine, being in place where I just dropped you?
I'm fine being a place where you drop me.
Okay. Tracking of 15.
Okay, looks like they went this way. Can I tell how recently they came through, or
With a 15, um, within the within the hour.
Okay, so we're not too far behind, relatively speaking.
Hmm. Okay. Oh. Okay. Are you and Zasha going to kind of pursue that pursue that alone for them, or are you just kind of standing here, just kind of pointing out, okay, yeah, I see tracks.
I thought went this way, that they clearly went this way, so I'm waiting for the others to decide, if they're going to follow or not.
Okay.
Yeah, let's follow.
Poke the water with a stick or something.
Nope, do not want to poke the water with the stick. That's I'm not the totem bearer for water.
Wow. Mint. Damn. Looking under the boat. And Mint will go, ooh,
What did you find?
a bag of stuff.
Okay, bag of stuff is technically worth checking.
Oh, you actually have a tiny, tiny bit of muscle on you. Okay.
She has a tiny bit of muscle in the one I have, so we don't have to touch the nasty water.
What's
Hey,
that?
fishing tackle.
Okay.
So she can use her tiny bit of muscle in the fishing pole.
Okay. Are you gonna toss to, or are you gonna move over to it?
I'll move over to assist. In case she needs it.
Okay. No. The bag, by the way, is a large like traveling duffel. Um the the kind you would see attached to like a heavy duty rucksack.
Yeah.
Or the on a hoisted onto like a merchant's wagon. You can see looks like potions and stuff glittering from what light is coming off it. Okay. Um, for Zasha, Row, and Mint, can I get a perception roll? Twenty-four. Nice, nice. You wasted your 20 on finding good loot, huh?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Okay. Um, seemingly materializing out of nowhere is something. I say something because before you actually see it fully resolve, everyone will hear um a rather loud bang. In the case of Zasha and Ro, it is right next to you. Um, hmm, Right. This is not jump gate. It doesn't auto open when I do that. I have gotten too used to jump gate.
Mm.
Well, okay, that's a roll. That's a roll that just happened. Okay. Um, hmm. Materializing is, well, actually, first off, Mint um being hit by what looks like a um gun flare goes flying backwards.
Holy crap!
Ro, there's something familiar about this. Um,
Mm.
this individual pops up, and that spear is also a gun.
As in, so it's a gunblade that can shoot, or is it just a gunblade like Ro uses where it just hits hard?
It's a gun like Rose.
Okay.
So yeah, this person is at least in part um and in part a gunbreaker.
Found your friend.
It's, da. Oh wait, that was a critical. I get to roll it again. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay. Oh, interesting. Is clue a divination?
I believe so.
Interesting. Okay.
I can look. Okay.
Uh, you can tell me later unless you can do it quickly. I was just curious. Like, huh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, divination.
Cool. Um. Oh. Um. The person spins their spear around and runs and leaps over to this rock here to maintain close range. Um, and is using his spear to try to keep Mint where she is, so she can't go to any of the rocks um or whatnot. Oh, Razor would have followed the turbulent. Um, Razor will call out. As hmm, Jatil, they're not foes. If that even matters to you anymore. Besides, what would people say if they heard you drowned a bunny? Mint is too busy sputtering to respond. Um,
Mm.
Jatir will look over. There is a very deep um crimson to his eyes that only seem to not be luminescent due to how dark the red is. Hmm. You were supposed to be a part of this. Rachel looked a bit confused. If there was some secret plan, it stayed secret because I wasn't a part of this. She makes a bit of a wide, a wide gesture. It's clear the same. It's clear the same thing that happened to Manira must have happened to you. I know she was spending too much time around new new arrivals, but clearly that doesn't matter if you're helping. What is Grave your friend now? Jatil will still occasionally poking at at Mint with his spear. Grave is gifted, and it'll be, oh yeah, right. And no, no, really, because he there's a secret about the academy that neither of us knew. And I'm certain no one knew except for perhaps the headmaster and those around her. Uh, Rachel, please tell me you didn't accept something off the basis of secret loot. I didn't accept it, accept anything, Razor. Really, I more just came to understand understand the situation better. Had a slight shift in perspective. Grave believes that this secret room uh, holds the um, holds the crystal of legend, and well, if we find it, that could mean protecting using its power to protect the entirety of the Austrian Empire um, as it grows outside the confines of the Nephesite we've been settled with. Uh, Razor will somewhat as a friendly shoot back. Well, even if that were the case, the only ones who really know how to use those crystals are the heroes of light. And especially with the way you're acting, I doubt you're one of them. May um maybe Manera, and certainly not Grave. The title hero is there for a reason. Now I have no doubt that if one of us, and when she says us, she's referring to the Estrina Empire, um, were a hero of light, that power would that power would still be used for the for the good of the empire, and and for someone who clearly would know how to wield it. Fate tends to not roll dice.
Mm,
Zatil will scoff. Actually, that just seems to be it seems to be a lack a lack of perspective. Um, Razor will her hands out in front of her in midair, one above the other. It was a perspective you shared not too long ago. Um, with a with a with a tearing sound, a large um a large, sharp and jagged uh two-handed blade um kind of pushes from nothingness um into existence, with the hilt around where Razor has her hands as she grips the hilt, balancing the large blade in her grip. He isn't actively fighting at this point, though it looks like she wants to. Though a little physically strained. Um, she is giving Tarbeline a look for um direction, as she has fallen into another group here. Though that look also contains a bit of not so much affection, I'll say distraction as well, that she
mm.
unfortunately can't keep completely hidden.
I am zoning fully out. So
Hmm.
um
Okay. In that case, do you wanna end the session here, or have us continue on?
we can continue on it.
It'd be me interest anyway,
Yeah, I was
so
about to say, if he's
yeah,
gone, we really can't continue. So,
fair.
No. I mean, are we close to combat?
Well, it's the potential for combat. Hostile things are are happening. Um,
yeah, Razor's looking to you to give her the signal to try to slap this guy around, or whether you want to try talking him down.
Yeah. Because again, she is seeing you as a leader, so she's not going to
Are they
disregard
corrupted?
authority by just acting on her own as much as she may want to. Which again, we can feel free to end here and pick up at that point. I would, because then people have time to like think of if they if they want to try to talk things down, if they want to fight, if they want to have a fight that contains also trying to talk this guy down.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll cut it there then.
Okay.
We got 2 solid hours in,
True.
almost. So, alrighty, gentlemen, y'all have a good night.
Yep.
Well, you have a good night. Thank you for being able to make it. And I believe it's still starting at 4 tomorrow. Yeah.
What?
Isn't that his birthday?
That's next week.
Next week? Am I
Yeah.
misremembering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we will be streaming Grounded 2 tomorrow night. So,
25th. Yep. I have
alright.
that on my calendar. I was just misremembering the week. Okay.
Alright. Good night, guys.
Good night.